Welcome to Unit 2.3 Leadership and Management. So, here we're looking at what the difference between the two are and the different styles of management. So, leadership and management, we have three learning outcomes. Number one, to look at the difference between scientific and intuitive thinking management. Number two, management and leadership itself, the differences and similarities. And finally, different styles of leadership. So going into 2.3.1, looking at scientific and intuitive styles of management. So scientific, as it suggests, relies on making decisions by looking at the information needed and analyzing before making a decision. So you look about what are we, where are we now? Identifying the issue or opportunity or problem. Where are we in relation to this problem or opportunity? Where do we want to be? I.e., how are we gonna get there in terms of knowing that you're at point A, you want to get to point B. So you need to visualize the map of how to get there. And which is the next point, how do we get there? So where we are, where we want to be, how do we get there? So scientific, you're looking at data in order to make the decisions which is data backed in order to get to where you want to. Whereas intuitive is based on more to do with feelings, emotions. Like it just feels right to you. It's not backed by science necessarily for you to make that data. You just information comes in, you think about it, give a decision. No science necessary for that. Although obviously your experiences may have led you to make those decisions quicker or intuitively. Intuition is something that comes more naturally. Think about examples for decisions that you may have made that is based on intuition. Something, a decision that you've made that you haven't had to think about it at all. And think also about things that have taken time. Write those down in your notebook. Next, 2.3.2 Management versus leadership. Management is defined as the art of getting things done through people. In other words, the process of achieving organizational objectives by using resources that the organization has. So management just looking about getting the job done. However, leadership is about influencing people to achieve the vision or the goal, meaning that effective leaders inspire people to be motivated to do the job willingly with that positivity. They normally lead them by example. And here we've got some direct contrasts in between leadership and management. So a leader motivates and inspires, whereas a manager directs and monitors, encourages others to accept change. They solve the problem. Stems from personal qualities or traits, official position or responsibility in organization. Leadership is more natural, management is more skill based. Leadership believes in doing the right thing, whereas management believes in getting the right things done. Leadership respected and trusted by followers, and management listen to others because of their position. And finally, leadership creates and develops a culture of change, whereas management is just about, as I said, getting the job done. It's more to do with professionalism, getting it done, not looking about feelings and looking at the relationship between you and the manager or the leader here. Often in organizations, there is no two different words here. You don't really write leaders, you write managers. Managers are, by definition, can be leaders, and and leaders are managers, but they've got two distinct roles that you need to have a clear understanding of in this business module what it is. Finally, leadership styles. There's five main styles of leadership. You've got autocratic, where the leader makes all decisions by himself, doesn't listen to anyone's opinion, just directs. Paternalistic, where he feels like he's the family member, fatherly or motherly figure, making decisions in your interest. Sometimes it gets your feedback, and sometimes not. Democratic, where everyone's involved, they get their chance to say their piece, and then they can involve themselves, and it's two way, and then they make a joint decision. Laissez-faire is where the managers say, you can make the decision on your own, I trust you, and you can therefore make all of the decision without maybe even asking anything to do with the manager. And situational is changes upon situation to situation, one of these four styles.